last time we are going to revise the chapter, the best Christmas present, which is the first chapter. Okay, for this. So what this chapter is about? This chapter is about a war between England as well as German. Okay, during that time, the writer, he wants to highlight this idea that wars, they ultimately bring destruction. Because of war, there is lot of destruction, and because of this destruction, only the people who are actually soldiers in this war, they used to suffer a lot. So in this chapter, the narrator who is writing this, you can say, story about a lady named Connie Mafferson. Okay, so Michael Morris, who is what the name Michael Morpher is the name of the writer who has gone to Bridgeport in a junk shop. Why he has gone to Bridgeport in a junk shop? In order to purchase a table. So what he has found there? He has found a table there which was not properly kept. It has, you can say, which has many marks, scratches, as well as it was burnt, as well as also its top, it was damaged because of the action of water as well as fire. So he thought that it would be difficult to restore this robot, you can say, restore this table into its original shape, but he thought that he would take this as a challenge, and finally he has brought that table from there. And what happened, that he has brought it to his home. Okay, so on Christmas he has got this table to his house, to his home. So when he has came back to his home, he has removed the roll top of this table and he has taken out the drawers. So what he has found in the drawers? That in one of the drawers, somewhat, you can say, attached to the upper layer of the drawer was attached, or you can say, a letter he has found which was sealed with the sellotape. And this table, it was difficult for him to take out the other drawer because it is jammed. It is, you can say, much force was needed to be applied by him, and it was, you can say, he has found a letter there which was sellotape there, and whose letter it was written by Jim. Okay, Jim, and it was his last letter, and it was received on January 25, 1915. Okay, so he wanted to know where this letter was and to whom this letter was written. So ultimately, to whom this letter was written? So inside the box there was an envelope, and over it what was written, that this letter, it was written to Mrs. Jim Mafferson. Okay, to whom this letter was written? This letter was written to Jim Mafferson, who was living at 12 Copper Beaches and from Bridport, Dorset. Okay, so he took the letter. He thought to deliver it to the person to whom this letter belongs, and on the top of the letter, what was the date written? It was December 26, 1916. So he tried to read this letter also. Okay, so before that, as there is comprehension in the book, let us revise it. So why I am again and again discussing all the details with you, it is because of the reason when MCQs will be there, you will have complete knowledge of the chapter. Okay, so because of this reason, I am making you revise the complete, you can say, this chapter, so that you can be able to attempt any kind of MCQ that will be there in the exams. So whom this chapter letter was addressed to? This was addressed to Connie Mafferson. Okay. So first of all, what did the author find in the junk shop? Raise up your hands. What did the author find in a junk shop? Yes, what did the author find in a junk shop? Who will tell? Abhi, Amarjot, raise up your hand so that I can unmute you. Yes. What did the author find in a junk shop? What did the author find in a junk shop? Okay, yes, Japji will give the answer. Yes, Japji, good.
The author found a roll-top desk which was made of oak. It was of 19th century. It was really in a bad condition. It has some burnt marks on it, and it was also damaged by water.
And it was also damaged by the action of water and fire. Very good. What did he find in a secret drawer? What did he find in a secret drawer? Yes, what did he find in the secret drawer? Yes. Who will tell me what did he find in the secret drawer? Yes, 8th class. Kritika, Khyati. Yes, Japji.
We found a small black tin box which was sellotaped. On top of it, there was a piece of paper, which
And
was
what?
a letter written by Jim Maferson.
Okay. Why do
Yes.
you think it was put it in there? Why it was put there? Yes, Kritika, why it was put there? Where Kritika has gone? Yes, Kritika, why it was put there? It was put there in order to be saved from any kind of damage, and it should not be lost. The person who thought that it is a safe place for it, so he has sellotaped it and attached this letter to the drawer. Okay. So what was written in the letter? So coming up to the contents of the letter. So in this letter, Jim Maferson, who has gone to a war front, and he has mentioned the day during which the people, they were celebrating, the soldiers, they were celebrating Christmas there. Okay. So where they were in the trenches. What are trenches? These are the digs, okay, which have been dug out for the soldiers to save themselves from the attacks of the soldiers. So first of all, you can say any other soldier from the opposite army, he has come out and he has raised up his hand and saying, Happy Christmas, Tommy. Okay, so what is Tommy? First of all, the name is, the Frizz is the name. Okay. Frizz is the common name used for a German soldier. Okay. And Tommy, it is a common name used for English soldier. Okay, so first of all, a German soldier came out of the trench and he has raised up his hand in this manner saying, Hi, Tommy, Happy Christmas to you. So the other army, that is the English people, thought that it is going to be played by the German soldiers in order to take them out of their trenches. But no, what it was, he said, don't shoot, don't shoot. Actually, why he has come? He has come only to wish them Merry Christmas. He said that for all the days we are enemies, but at least for this one day, we are not enemies. We can celebrate Christmas together. Soon what happened? The people, they have come out of, you can say, their trenches from both the sides, from both the armies, taking off their khaki coats as well as brown coats, and they were, you can say, they were celebrating and they were sharing things with each other. Okay, so what they have for eating? They had schnapps. What are schnapps? This is a drink. Okay, they have sausages to eat. They were sharing it with each other. Okay, and moreover, with the help of, you can say, the great coats, they have also made the goal posts, and both the armies, they were playing. What they were playing? They were playing football. Okay, they were playing soccer. So you can see in the picture that what it is mentioned. So the main, you can say, generals of both these armies, they have shared about their experiences about the literature also. They have discussed that the English soldier has told that his favorite book was Far from the Madding Crowd. Okay, so where he has read it, he has read it up in during his school days, and when he has got a chance, he has read there. And ultimately, what has happened? Then they have shared marzipan also, which is also a sort of eatable being shared by them. They have enjoyed it very much. Okay. So when they were playing football, finally at the end of the day, when they were quite tired, they have moved back towards their trenches again. So at night they were singing, you can say they were singing the Christmas songs in their different languages. The, you can say, German ones they were singing, for example, Nat, Silent Night, as well as the white English people, they were singing White Shepherds Watched. So ultimately what this chapter is all about, this chapter is actually describing the war front, that during war number of people, they suffer different kind of problems, and it is just because of this reason that they face different kind of problems, and ultimately they are not able to get, you can say, they are not able to get happiness when they are fighting with each other. It means that the soldiers who are fighting at the borders, this doesn't mean that they are fighting with their own will. It is there, it is, you can say, it is a sort of, you can say, bondage for them also, that they are fighting. So finally, after reading the complete letter, the narrator, he thought that to return this letter back to the person to whom it belongs. So where he has gone, but before that, we will have the comprehension. Who had written the letter to whom? Who has written the letter to whom? It was written by Jim Mafferson to Connie Mafferson. Okay, why was the letter written? And what was the wonderful thing that happened there? So why was the letter written? As Jim has gone away from his wife for such a long time, he is a soldier, he has gone to a war, gone for a war. So ultimately, in order to ask for his, you can say, well about, he has written a letter to his wife. And what was interesting that he has mentioned in this letter? The interesting thing that he has mentioned in this letter was that he has mentioned about the celebration of the Christmas, during which both the armies of opposite sides, they have come out of their trenches and they have celebrated Christmas together. Which were the soldiers? They were the German as well as the British soldiers there. What jobs? Next question is, what jobs did Hans Wolf and Jim Mafferson have when they were not soldiers? When they were not soldiers, Hans Wolf was a cello in orchestra, and the other one, Jim, was a teacher. So they were not in the, you can say, they were not actually in this for the profession of army. Since starting, they were in different professions, and they have joined army afterwards. Do you think, next question is, do you think that Jim Mafferson came back from the war? And how do you know this? Do you know this? No. He has not come from the war. Okay. That because after that, because it was written that he has, you can say, at the end, what will happen? The narrator would go to Connie Mafferson, who is living in a nursing. Okay. So where he has, you can say, been taken care of, and ultimately he was handing over the letter to her. So finally, what has happened? The narrator, he thought to return this letter to its actual owner. So for that, where he has gone, he started walking towards Cooper Beach's house number 12 also. He has gone there, but what he has found there, that the house was completely burnt out. It has turned only to be a burnt shell only. Finally, he has asked from the neighbors, who has told him that actually there lived Connie Mafferson, who was, you can say, who was the only family person left after Jim Mafferson, as he has never come back. He has never come back from war. So later on one day, what happened? She was lighting the candles, and because of, you can say, ultimately what happened, that the curtains caught fire, and ultimately the entire house was burnt to ashes. So since then she was taken to a nursing home, and it was in Burlington House. Where it was situated? It was situated in Burlington House, Dorset, okay, Dorchester Road, and which is on the other side of the town. So the narrator has gone there in order to hand over the letter to her. So when he has gone there to, you can say, Burlington House nursing home, so what has happened? She has found a lady nurse who was taking care. She has pointed out to the lady who was sitting on a wheelchair and who is always silent. But she said that today she is looking towards the gate with very expectant eyes. Okay, with very expecting eyes, she is looking towards this door. And what kind of lady Connie Mefferson was? She was a lady with, you can say, silver hair, which was tied up into the form of bun. Okay, she said hello to the narrator. She thought that it was his Jim who has come back, because she has turned out to be very aged and she is not able to recognize the person who has come. And when he has handed over that letter to, you can say, when he has handed over that letter to Connie Mefferson, when the narrator has handed over the letter to Connie Mefferson, she thought that this is the best Christmas present. Why? Because she thought that the person who has returned back is actually his Jim, but actually he was not Jim. He was the narrator who has come back from war. So this is how this chapter it ends, and this is why this chapter is named as the best Christmas present. It is because of the reason that Connie Mefferson, she has never got such kind of gift in her entire life, and today this is what she has got, is the best Christmas present she has got in her life. So 2 comprehension questions are left. Let me discuss. Why did the author go to Bridport? Why he has gone to Bridport? The author has gone to Bridport to return the letter to Connie Mefferson, according to the neighbor who is living in a nursing home there. How old was Mrs. Mefferson now, and where was she? She is 101 years old. How old she is? She is 101 years old, and she has probably turned, you can say, very old, and ultimately now she is living in a nursing home at Burlington House. Okay, at Burlington House she is living there. So the last comprehension is there. Who did Connie Mefferson think her visitor was? Whom she think her visitor was? She thinks that her visitor was actually her own husband, Jim Mefferson, whom she was waiting for such a long time, as she was waiting that he has come back from war. But actually it was not Jim Mefferson. Who it was the narrator who has found the letter, stick to the drawer, and ultimately he has thought to give this letter back to Connie Mefferson. Next question is, which sentences in the text shows that the visitor did not try to hide his identity? Because he said, you would come home by Christmas, and here you are, the best Christmas present in the world. Okay, so these lines, they tell us. Next is, for how long do you think that Connie had kept Jim's letter? For such a long time, because it was written on June 25. And finally, when it was burnt till in 1914. Why do you think the desk had been sold, and when? Why the desk had been sold? The desk had been sold because it was damaged. Why? Because it was damaged because of the effect of water and fire over it when Connie's house was burnt. And why it was sold? Because it has been severely damaged. So this is the reason why it was shown to a junk shop, from where the narrator has gone and purchased it in order to restore it back, and so that he can use it. Next question is, why do Jim and Hans think that games or sports are good ways of resolving conflicts? Do you agree? Yes, we agree that games are the best ways to, you can say, to sort out all the different kind of problems, because it is just because of games in which there are competitions, but these competitions are very healthy ones, in which no one gets hurt and no one gets any kind of, you can say, injury, and moreover no one is dead. So games and sports, they are the healthy ways to sort out any problem. Okay, so next question is, do you think the soldiers of the two armies like each other or different from each other? So do you think that they are different from each other? No, they are not at all different from each other. They are similar to each other. because they have similar ways of celebration, they have similar ways of life. And when you can say Hans Wolf as well as you can say Jim Mafferson, they were discussing their lives, they have shared common interests, they have shared, you can say, common likings also. So what this means? This means that they are no longer different from each other. They are of the same type, they have similar kind of interest, and it is because of this reason we can't say that they are different from each other. Next question is, mention various ways in which British and German soldiers become friends and find things in common at Christmas. So how they become friends? First of all, they share drinks also called as schnapps. They have shared sausages with each other also. Moreover, they have played the common game soccer, okay, and which one of the, you can say, German soldiers has brought a coat, and the pile of, you can say, the khaki coats, they have formulated the goalpost, and ultimately both the armies, they were playing that game. And after that, they have, when Hans Wolf and Jim Mafferson, they were discussing their interests, they have quite well, or they have discussed about, you can say, their interest, that they have read common books called as Madding Crowd also, and ultimately they were sharing their likings as well as interests. We can't say that they were different from each other. They were of course similar to each other. So next question is, what is Connie's Christmas present? What is Connie's Christmas present? Connie's Christmas present is the letter written by Jim Mafferson, which she has got when she has turned out to be very old. And she thought that this Christmas present has brought her husband back because she was waiting for her husband to come back in order to spend some time with her. Why is it the best Christmas present in the world? This I told you, because she was waiting for such a long time for this kind of Christmas present to come back to her. Do you think, next question is, do you think the title of the story is suitable for it? Yes, of course. The title of the story is very much suitable to it. Why it is suitable? It is because of the reason that this chapter is about, first of all, Christmas present, okay, and Connie Mafferson, for her nothing is much, you can say, important in this entire world. What is important to her? It is her husband, her his memories, and altogether their togetherness. And although she was waiting, she has turned out to be very old, just waiting for her husband. He has not come back, but finally when she has got that letter by narrator in the through she has got that letter through narrator from his husband, she thought that he has come back, as she was waiting for such a long time for her husband. So this is of course the best Christmas present that she has ever and ever got. So the title of this story is very much appropriate, and moreover it symbolizes, it displays the qualities of a good present, that it must be attached deep to the heart, not to the body. Okay, so this is all about this chapter, and I hope that it is clear to you. Any doubt to any student now? If you have any doubt, you can tell me. That's fine. Okay, so yes, Japji. Yes.
Ma'am, I have a doubt in the question second. Which sentence in the text shows that their visitor did not try to hide his identity?
They don't hide their identity. She said, "Na, you told." So here you can take the example. Okay, if you don't want to write down the exact words, you can write down this one. So they didn't hide their identity because they were discussing each other that what professions they were. Okay, earlier. So Hans Wolf said what he said, that he was you can say cello in orchestra, and the other said that he was a teacher. You can also take this example or any other example if you feel fit.
Ma'am, here it is written visitor. Ma'am, it is about Connie and the narrator, not the Hans Wolf and the Jim Mafferson.
No, it was not like that. Okay. So yes, next is Pragati. Yes, your doubt.
मैम रिवीजन टेस्ट इंग्लिश का कब से है शुरू होने रिवीजन टेस्ट
The revision test. You haven't got the.
मैम यार
I think it's by Wednesday. Okay, Jagjot
Okay.
is asking, right? And students, prepare your revision test properly. Okay, if you have any doubt, clear your doubts beforehand, because in exams it will be difficult for you. Okay, and I have already announced that submit your subject enrichment activities. If you have not submitted, today is the last date, and then I will finalize the list for both of them. Okay, so it is very important for you to complete them and send it to me. And those who have not sent the notebooks, send your notebooks. For if the notebooks won't be sent, I'm not going to assign any marks to you, right? So this is also very, very important, right? So that's all for today. And in the next lecture, we will revise the next, you can say, chapter. Okay.